Hello guys, this is Icy Blue and this is just another one of my vlogs. Basically I just wanted to tell y'all about a fun website called Craigslist that I've basically have used plenty of times in order to sell items, and I just came back from a job interview thanks to job searching on Craigslist. And there's also been several strange things that have happened thanks to Craigslist. One of the wonderful things about Craigslist was I had a couple of things in my room that I definitely wanted to get rid of. After buying my iPhone 5C, I noticed the much better quality from the camera when recording my vlog, so I definitely wanted to get rid of my previous camera. It was a Sony, I can't even remember, but I listed this old camera on Amazon and eBay and other websites multiple times, and it just sat there. It was taking space in my room, and I'm not even sure how many people even bothered to look at any of the listings on any of the websites. So I got the idea to just list that camera up on Craigslist for $40. And someone had emailed me saying that they wanted the camera. And then I'm just like, okay, sure. So I definitely didn't want people coming to my house, and I decided to meet over at some place in front of some store somewhere, and this guy brought my pretty Sony camera, and $40, which is definitely in time for the last NecaCon that I went to. Other such wonderful stories was when my mother and a couple of my neighbors wanted to get together and do a yard sale and sell a bunch of junk that was in their house and basically take up space. So, like any daughter, my mom wanted me to go around town putting up signs saying that we're going to be having a yard sale soon. You know, that good old-fashioned advertisement kind of way. And this was pretty much what I was doing for the next couple of days. And luckily, while nobody was around, I was doing this during school hours, or basically since my neighborhood, since all the kids are practically grown up and either left or just wanted to stay inside and be on their Xbox all day, town was pretty much deserted, and I didn't have to answer any questions about what is that sign you're putting on the street light right next to my house or anything like that. In fact, I only saw like one yard sale sign get taken down out of all the probably like 10 signs that I put up in various neighborhoods, some neighborhoods that I never even went to before. And basically when the yard sale had came, we ended up selling quite a bunch of stuff. I made $300, but when my mother decided to ask these people how did they know about the yard sale, people knew about the yard sale because of Craigslist. One of the people that was contributing to the yard sale had ended up posting an ad on Craigslist, and I believe only a few people mentioned the yard sale signs that were posted in various areas of the neighborhood. Also, the downside of putting up these signs was that I had to wake up the next morning and take down these signs, and thankfully nobody was there, and one person that was there just didn't really care. So I was happy. With Craigslist, you can just basically sign into Craigslist and delete that post. I just came from a job interview, hence why I'm actually dressed in professional, well, business casual attire, and I got several different job interviews thanks to Craigslist, because I decided to go on Craigslist because Monster, Jobs, whatever other website you can do job searching for, I wasn't really finding anything that I wanted to do in my area, and nobody was calling. Whether it be some part-time grocery job, some office position, graphic design, even though I definitely said hell no to graphic design jobs. A few months back, I do get tempted every once in a while. I'm only human. Just whatever, no one was calling. Thanks to Craigslist, I have found a couple of jobs that are actually really close to my house, less than 15 minutes away, that are actually deal with office administration, a couple of graphic design jobs that have bare minimum requirements, which is pretty cool. and also data entry. And I have been getting calls like crazy. I probably had like 4 interviews this month, which is quite a lot considering the past few months. And the job that I just went to today was a part-time IT technician job, and while going there I was getting quite suspicious because there wasn't even a sign on the store, and the store was just an empty space, and there was this one dude standing inside of the store, and I was wondering, should I turn around now, because this seems kind of rapish. But luckily this was serious. This was for a serious job, and I left pretty happy. Hopefully I can get that job, and it's part-time, but whatever. I do have websites that I sell items on, so that can definitely take care of the need for more money for the moment, plus some other stuff that I do on the side, which would start adding even more money for me. But the last thing that was that taught me some stuff about Craigslist was when I tried to sell this thing called a TP-Link wireless router that I brought back when my mom decided to sign up for some really crappy internet service, and I was hoping that that wireless router was going to help out, but of course not. That's when I learned more about wireless routers, but more on that. I had this router like on as a listing on Craigslist for not even a day, and this guy goes and texts me saying that he wants the wireless router plus some other stuff that I was selling, and I was like, sure, cool, and I was like, I could just set up an appointment to meet at this place, this location, and just like we'll exchange some money for it. But he was like, I'm not even in the state right now, this is not even my phone. I could come and arrange for my assistant to come and get the items. I'm like, okay, so I guess this guy's loaded or something. Sure, cool, we can do that. And then it was just getting weird. It was like, don't text me on this phone, please email me instead. Okay, I did that. And then I was like, how much money are you going to give me? Because most people normally talk about money before settling the deal. And he never answered that question. And then eventually he said he's going to send the money to me by mail, and I'll have to wait like 2 weeks. Okay, so this was getting weird because I kept asking about how much money, and he never answered. And then once, a few days after he said he was sending the money, he said that his assistant had messed up and ended up sending way more money than he was going to give me for the various items that he wanted from me. And then I was like, so how much money? Which again, he never answered back. So once the money finally came in, I realized, I was like, this isn't a check, what is this? And I realized I was soon staring at a money order, and something was ringing bells in the back of my mind about various rules of do's and don'ts that I just couldn't remember at the time regarding Craigslist. But he said that he fired his assistant, and part of that money was to be going to an orphanage somewhere outside of America. And I was like trying to do some calculations. I posted the calculations in the email, and I was like, does this sound cool? We could get this arranged and I could send the right money to you. And again, he never answered. So I was going to the bank. I know this is really bad. And I wanted to just cash this money order. It's my first time with the money order. And the lady told me, something seems very weird about this money order. So she took the paper and went to, I think it was her supervisor. And then she came back eventually. I was like, this money order is fake. We can't let you cash this money order in, because that means we'll have to go through your account and the money is going to bounce back, and there's definitely going to be a lot of issues. So she ended up keeping the money order, and she ended up teaching me how to tell what is a real money order and what's a fake one. And I was like, wow, that guy was going to send part of that money over to orphanage, and ended up he was going to screw them over too. So I finally emailed the guy, and I was like, you gave me a fake money order. I don't want to do business with you. And he's like, no, go ahead, just cash in. Is that okay? And I'm like, no. In fact, my bank kept the money order, so you're gonna have to call them if you want to continue this any further, and I don't want any part of it. So eventually that guy never contacted me again, and think about it, he does have my address. He seems very suspicious, but it's been quite a few months since we've last had contact, which is good, and nothing has happened to my bank account or anything weird has been sent over to my address or anything. I don't know what was happening on his end, where it was definitely a scam or not, but it's pretty common for people to get scammed on Craigslist with money orders. So if you're trying to sell something, definitely accept cash. Only cash, which I've been doing up until that point. Be pretty much a lesson for me. Basically, when I sell stuff on Craigslist, I do definitely put in the description, if you're not going to pay with cash, then please press the backspace button right now, because I don't want anything to do with you. Anyways, that's pretty much my time on Craigslist. There's definitely some positive stuff. Always proceed with caution on Craigslist, whether it be job searching, selling an item, doing yard sales, or whatever. Just always use your best judgment. Anyways, have a nice day, guys. Please tell me what else you use Craigslist for. This week pretty much gave me a very valuable lesson in how much that I definitely needed the internet, because I lived a few days without the internet, and I realized I couldn't apply to jobs. I couldn't finish the website that I got commissioned to make for good amounts of money.